There's a particular hour in a workshop when the day stops asking anything of you. It arrives quietly. You don't decide when it comes. You simply look up, and somehow it's already there. The wheel has stopped spinning. The last pot rests quietly on the shelf. The kiln is switched off now, slowly cooling. Every few seconds, it makes a gentle little sound. Tick. Then silence. Tick. Then silence again, like something peacefully settling itself down to sleep. That's the sound you'll be listening to tonight. Your apron hangs neatly on its hook by the door. Your hands are finally clean, though a faint line of gray clay still rests beneath one fingernail. Somehow, it never completely disappears. Now, let's simply breathe together. Nothing complicated, nothing to achieve. Just one slow breath. Breathe in, slowly. And breathe out, even more slowly. Good. Again, breathe in. And gently let it go. Nice and easy. Outside, a light rain has begun to fall against the skylight. Soft, gentle, unhurried. Breathe in. And breathe out. As you exhale, allow your shoulders to become just a little heavier, a little softer, a little more relaxed. There is nothing left to make tonight, nothing left to finish, nothing waiting for you. The work is complete. Now, take another slow breath in. Hold it just for a gentle moment. And let it drift away one more time. In. And out. Very good. The studio remains warm. The kiln will quietly hold that warmth for many hours yet. The clay doesn't need you now. The shelves don't need you. The tools are perfectly content, exactly where they are. Everything here can wait until morning. And it will wait patiently, without asking anything from you. The work that is finished is finished. The work that isn't will still be there tomorrow. There's no hurry here. There never was. There never needs to be. Outside, the evening slowly empties the street. Someone struggles for a moment as an umbrella catches the wind, turns gently inside out, then quietly rights itself again. Footsteps fade into the distance, and the rain continues. Inside, everything is warm. The air carries the comforting scent of damp earth and clean clay with the faint sweetness of warm wood. The candlelight barely moves. The shadows rest quietly against the walls, and somewhere nearby, the kiln softly speaks. Tick, 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 like a quiet heartbeat, keeping gentle company as the whole world slowly settles into sleep. Now, let your body catch up with the room. Start with your feet. They've stood on a hard floor all day. A potter's feet always do. Let them go now, switching off. Your toes, one by one, not that it matters which. Switching off. Your ankles, switching off. Your calves, heavy and warm, switching off. Your knees, your thighs, all that quiet work of standing still, switching off. Your hips settle down into whatever is holding you. Your lower back, the part that carries everything, the part that never gets thanked. Let it soften now, switching off. Your stomach, rising and falling on its own. You don't have to help it. Your chest, slow and easy. Now your hands. Your hands have been in cold water and wet clay all day. They've been holding things carefully. They can stop holding now. Let them open a little. Palms soft. Your fingers, switching off. Your wrists, your forearms, switching off. Your shoulders, let them drop. Further than you think they can go. And then further still. Your neck lets go of your head. It has been holding it up since morning. Your jaw unclenches. It's been clenched a long while. It's allowed to stop. Your tongue rests behind your teeth. The small muscles around your eyes go quiet. That's usually the last place to give in. Your forehead, smooth, switching off everything. From your feet to your forehead is heavy now and warm. And there is nowhere at all that you need to be. The kiln ticks. The rain keeps its slow rhythm above you. Nothing needs to happen next. Now, picture the room around you. It's small, smaller than people expect. One long room with a high ceiling and a skylight, and a door at the far end that sticks in wet weather. The light is low. You've turned off the big overhead bulbs and left one lamp burning. A bent metal work lamp clipped to the shelf. It throws a warm circle across the bench and leaves the corners in soft shadow. The lamp holds steady. The shadows rest quietly against the walls. The air carries the scent of a damp earth and clean clay and the faint sweetness of old warm wood. The floor is gray concrete, swept, but not perfectly. There's always a little dust of dry clay in the corners. There always will be. Along the left wall, 3 long shelves of plain pine, sagging just slightly in the middle from years of holding weight. The lower shelf holds pale, chalky pots, fired once, not yet finished. The middle shelf holds today's work, 6 soft bowls wrapped loosely in plastic, so they dry slowly. And the top shelf holds the mugs you never sell, the ones that came out slightly wrong and slightly beautiful. and you couldn't bear to part with. In the middle of the room, the wheel, its seat worn smooth, beside it a bucket of gray water with a sponge floating in it. And at the back, the kiln, about the size of a small refrigerator, its bricks still warm to stand near. It fired all afternoon, and now it's letting that heat go. Hour by hour, cooling in the dark. Tick. And nothing. And then, a while later, tick. You could sit here a long time and just listen to that. There's an old stool by the window. It wobbles. You've been meaning to fix it for 2 years. Sit down on it anyway. From here, you can see the whole room. And out through the wet glass to the street, where the lamps have come on, and the rain is turning the pavement into something that holds light. Nobody is coming. The sign on the door was turned around at 6. Here's the thing about kilns. If you didn't know it, you can heat one quickly. You cannot cool one quickly. Rush it. Open the door because you're impatient to see, and the glaze creases, fine cracks all over, like frost across a window. So the kiln takes its time, 12 hours to fire, 18 to cool. There's no version of this where you get to hurry it along. I've always liked that about pottery. It simply refuses to be rushed. The clay will not be talked into it. On top of the kiln, where the brick is warmest, there's a small clay figure. Lopsided, no face. 2 thumbprints where its eyes should be. Some potters make one before a firing and set it up there for luck. A kiln god, they call it. You're not superstitious about it. It's up there anyway. On the bench, your tools, a wooden rib worn down to the shape of a thumb, a wire cutter with 2 little wooden toggles, and in a small saucer, 3 glazed tests from last week. Chalky gray, chalky beige. They look like nothing at all. That's the strange part. Raw glaze always looks like nothing. The one on the left will come out of that kiln a deep river blue. The one beside it, the color of honey held up to a lamp. You won't know until the door opens. You put it in the fire, and you wait, and you trust it. The oldest glazes in the world were accidents. Wood ash, drifting up off the fire, settling on the pots, melting into a thin green glass. Nobody invented that. Somebody just noticed it and left it alone and let it happen again. Somewhere in the building, a radiator knocks twice. Young, and then settles. A moth has found the window from outside. It bumps the glass softly. Then it gives up and folds itself onto the frame and waits out the rain there. It has the right idea. Across the street, the lights go out in the little shop that sells picture frames. The man who owns it locks up the same way every night. Door, handle, a pull to check, a second pull to check the check. Then he's gone, and the street belongs to the rain. Rain on the skylight, tick. Those 6 bowls on the middle shelf are what potters call leather hard, half dry, firm enough to hold their shape, soft enough to carve. They aren't ready. They don't need to be ready. They are exactly as ready as clay is, 12 hours after it was made, in a cool room, under plastic. Nobody is disappointed in them. You reach over and turn off the work lamp. The room goes the color of the street outside, blue and gray, and a little amber where the light leaks through the glass. You can stay here as long as you like. The kiln is cooling. The rain is falling. The bowls are sleeping under their plastic. Everything in this room is doing what it should be doing, which is very little, slowly. You're allowed to do the same. There was a list today. There's a list tomorrow. Neither of them is here now. Rest isn't the reward for finishing. Nothing is ever really finished. Rest is just what happens between one thing and the next, and you're allowed it tonight without earning it. The clay waits, the kiln cools, the rain falls. You're not behind. You were never behind. There's no such place as behind. There is only clay and time, and both of them keep going. Whether you push at them or not, let your hands stay open. Let your breath go wherever it wants. Warm brick, cold rain, soft light. You are safe. In a small room that smells of earth. Nothing is being asked of you. Nothing is being asked of you. Sleep is close. You don't have to reach for it. It will come and find you here. Kapag. The way heat leaves brick. Ika. Slowly, sombit. And completely bitahid. And without any effort at all. The rain is steady. The kiln is warm. You are held. Rest now. Sleep. Sleep. Sleep.